kids. Okay, so welcome to our very first installment of Drinking with Ann. So basically, this is exactly what it sounds like. Every so often, I get the opportunity to kind of sit back, relax, chill, and have a few drinks. And I thought it would be funny. If you ever notice how sometimes when you drink, you get these little pearls of wisdom, or you get in these moods where you just have all these little funny memories and thoughts that flow in. And I thought it would be funny to record these so that not only could my kids, but you fine people would also get to enjoy these moments, because sometimes they get really, really funny. Sometimes they're stupid and obnoxious, but the best part is going back and seeing those and just being like, what? And so I thought I would go ahead and make videos about it. So this is going to be episode 1, and I'm going to continue doing this. I probably am not going to get to do very many because I don't drink that much. I mean, I drink, but not enough to make these videos, because when I drink, generally, I drink like a beer or two and then I go to bed. So this will be fun. If you notice in the title, there's some weird letters. I haven't decided what the letters are going to be yet. It might be PD, parents' discretion. Who knows? It might be NKD or NKF, not kid friendly. I'm not sure yet, but just know whatever the letters that I put into this, I'll figure out, and then from here on out, I'll put those on my videos, because if they're not kid friendly, you as the parent will know, don't let your kids watch this, because for the most part, these are going to be kid-friendly videos, because, you know, I want my kids to watch it. So anywho, let's crack a beer with Ann. Drink a beer with Ann, crack a beer with Ann. Maybe we'll do crack a beer with Ann, because I think that's kind of funnier, because it sounds like Crack a Barrel. Alright, so anyway, I think what I want to do this time, again, parents, this would be the time to get your kids away, because I probably will end up smoking at some point during this video, as I'm most likely about to do. But there's going to be stuff that you probably don't want your kids to hear. It's up to you. I mean, you might be cool with it. It's mainly going to be language. I don't really have horrible, disgusting stories. I'm just not that type of girl. I'm sorry. But I do have some that I think are pretty funny. One of which, get the kids out of the room. You might not want them to know this. So you know the thing where you do the whole, I got your nose. Well, I guess you wouldn't do it to yourself. You do the whole, I got your nose. So I did it to my 7-year-old, little Lily, you know, the little one. So I did it to her. I was like, I got your nose. We were laying in bed, in my bed, okay? We were laying down, we were cuddling and just being silly or whatever. And so I was hugging her and cuddling her and just being all, yeah, I love you, Billy, and all that jazz. So I went and I grabbed her nose and I was like, I got your nose. And the little punk looks over and she goes, I got your eye. And it's a pretty one, or it's a beautiful eye. I just lost it. I mean, of course, as a mom, you know, how can you let your child do that? But I defy you to not laugh at, I got your eye. And it's a beautiful eye. That shit was so funny to me. So anyway, I was going to say something else about it, but I forgot what it was. If you guys see me look away from the camera, I'm actually looking at, I'm on my iPad. So I'm actually looking at the video of me. So I'm probably going to fiddle with my hair and look at my hair to make sure it looks, you know, okay, which it never does. You know how girls are. We never like the way it looks. So I'm going to try to focus on my little dot here, so that I don't take away. These videos are going to be probably pretty long, you know, crack a beer with Ann, because when you're drinking, you ramble. It's just how it is. Alright, so I have another funny story for you. This is about, I'm not going to talk too much about my family, ever, on this channel, because as far as I'm concerned, I don't really have one. My family consists of me and my kids. That is my family. Every once in a while, I will allow their dad to be my family, but for the most part, it's just me and my kids. Their dad is a long story. He's not a bad guy. He's just not a good guy either. And I would never call him a friend. But I would call him somebody that's there. I wouldn't say dependable, but there. So anyway, the point is, I don't consider my family family. But I do want to tell you this funny story about my mom, who I call my incubator. She was, I want to say about 40, I think she was like 42, 44, somewhere around there. Growing up, she had this, I don't know, bladder control problem. I'm not sure how to say it, but she did a lot of drugs growing up, and I guess maybe that makes you have to go to the bathroom and you can't contain it or something. She also had a lot of kids. She had 6 kids. And so this is the when I was growing up, there was numerous times where I would be going to the bathroom, literally sitting on the toilet peeing, and she would rush in the house and push me out. Like, she'd come into the bathroom, I gotta go, and just push me off the toilet, and then, you know, proceed to go to the bathroom. And I mean, you're peeing all over the floor while she's just drop trow. There were also times when, you know, and it didn't work both ways. It wasn't like I could go in and be like, I have to pee. I can't tell you how many times I had to pee in the tub because she was going to the bathroom. And being a child growing up in that home, like, you think it's okay. You don't realize that that's wrong. And I understand this is just way too much, okay? This is just, I get it, but it's really funny. And then, so I've got another story where she was arrested for indecent exposure, because what happened was she was at the grocery store or a convenience store or something similar, and she had to use the restroom. Well, they didn't have a bathroom, or at least they didn't have one that the public could use. So she had to go to the bathroom, and she threw a fit. They didn't have a bathroom for her to use. So she drove the van to the back of the store, okay, to where like the dumpsters and stuff are, rather than go to the dumpster like a normal human being. And I say normal like it's normal to go pee outside. She opened the van door and just copped a squat. Now, I was in the car. I remember this, okay? Guys, she cops a squat behind the van door and starts peeing, and the cops came. You cannot make this shit up. You see this in like cartoons and stuff, okay? So she cops a squat behind the open van door towards the highway, mind you, okay? This is the driver's side door. It's not the passenger, so that she's covered by the wall and the van and everything. No. She's on the driver's side, like peeing behind the door. Traffic's going this way. The door's this way. She's peeing, okay? She's not hidden at all. So she cops a squat and she's peeing. And these cops come up and they're like, ma'am, what are you doing? You know, they're like, stop what you're doing, stand up, like trying to arrest her. She just keeps peeing. She's like, well, if I'm going to jail anyway, I might as well finish. And if I'm not mistaken, I think she even said something similar to, hang on a second, or I'll be done in a minute, or something stupid. And she got arrested for indecent exposure for that. And then there's another funny one where she came home, she was very upset, she's crying. And we were like, you know, what's wrong? What's going on? What's wrong? And she says she was at the grocery store, and she had to go to the bathroom. Again, she had bladder control issues. She had to go to the restroom. And so she gets to the checkout. She's like, I can hold it, I can hold it, I can hold it, I can wait. Now, I don't know how many grocery stores you've been to, but the majority of the grocery stores I've been to, I know there's like, Food Line has a public restroom. Bilo has a public restroom. Piggly Wiggly I don't think does. Publix has a public restroom. So most of them have public restrooms, okay? So you know where this is going. She's walking and she finally gets to the aisle, you know, where you check out. She gets to the checkout. She's like, I have to go to the bathroom, I have to go to the bathroom, you know, I'm gonna tough it out, basically. So she gets there and she's like, all of a sudden, I'm standing in the aisle and it's just all of a sudden, I just start peeing, and we're like trying not to laugh, but we're kids, so we're laughing in her face. And so my sister goes, well, what'd you do? And sorry, my hair, I just made my hair look so stupid. Okay, so we're like, well, what'd you do? Or my sister was like, well, what'd you do? And she goes, well, I had to buy my groceries. So she's moving her cart up. She's moving her cart up, you know, inch by inch as each person checks out, and she's just peeing in the aisle for like 5 minutes. She's just slowly peeing.